Alright, I'm back with another Destiny 2 video, and I was going to do something on the Dawning, but this current situation with Gyrfalcon is so crazy, I just kind of had to say something about it. Not calling for a nerf, but I am saying it may get nerfed because the current status is just pretty absurd. Okay, so this is a change that they broadcast ahead of time where they're trying to make Gyrfalcon like viable in PvE and PvP because it was becoming a problem in PvP because you would just go out invisible all the time and get this huge damage bonus when you came out of it. So they did this grand rework of it, which launched a week after season launch. And now it's like really complicated. There's like three different aspects. It's so funny that like we have like a paragraph of text, and then we have things like Apotheosis Veil that's just like, I don't even know what that does. Like, gives you an extra orb or gives you an overshield when supering or whatever the hell it does. Like, the exotics now are getting increasingly complicated. Okay, so the main change they did here is you can still get the damage boost it used to have, which I think is 35% if you do a finisher when you're invisible. So not only does it give you the damage bonus that you used to have, you and your allies get a reserve overshield and improved class ability regeneration. I barely even pay attention to this part of the loop. Like, I know it's important in some activities and whatever, but like, this is not really even what matters to me. The change that matters is your void weapons gain volatile rounds after you emerge from being invisible. Okay, that's where things get crazy because paired with Stylish Executioner, so defeating a weakened, suppressed, or volatile target grants invisibility and true sight. If you defeat a volatile target, you become invisible, and when you leave invisibility, you get volatile rounds. So if there are enough enemies around and you kill them fast enough, because I think it's like a 6, 7, 8 second timer on volatile rounds, you essentially have permanent volatile rounds on your energy primary. Like, just permanent. And there's not like, I don't know, I'm sure there's like things to make this build better. Like I have the, I just have a pretty basic well build on, and then I have the seasonal mod where you do elemental boosts for your skills, and then that boosts your weapons of the same thing. It's like, it's just more synergy with elemental things. I have powerful friends on for better ability recharge, for more dodging. I have, I don't even, I'm probably missing, I shouldn't have well tenacity on. I should just have elemental armaments for more generation, and like, there's just not that much to it. It's just so good on its own. You don't have to do a whole lot with it. The best gun technically to use this with is Collective Obligation, because that just siphons off and shoots out debilitating void buffs on pretty much every target, so you are just constantly going invisible. But guess what? On pretty much any void weapon, you are going invisible all the time because you are just doing this loop of killing targets afflicted with volatile rounds. I am doing the Manticore, not just because I am still working on finishing this Catalyst, but this is the only exotic void submachine gun that exists. I don't really care about the floating perk, like, it's whatever. It'll give me damage resist once I finish the Catalyst, but like, it's a viced submachine gun, which feels good. It feels like Funnel Web or Recluse, and because of the 50% buff to red bars from exotic primaries, it just absolutely shreds. And then give it permanent volatile rounds on top of that, and you have yourself a nice little party there. I'll have some footage of me doing this in practice in a +5 heist activity. So like, these are over-leveled enemies that are just getting roasted by constant volatile round shredding, and like, you can see this the most when there are more enemies. So like, this is more effective the more enemies are around, because the volatile just chains and chains and chains and chains endlessly. So especially like the boss area of this, what I'm running around with otherwise is just, here's my unstoppable hand cannon and just whatever linear fusion you feel like using at any given moment. I haven't even fully gone through to rework all this stuff yet. I just have marksman dodge for lower cooldown. I don't even think I need defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds anymore. Like, this seems like overkill. Obviously, your smoke bomb also creates a condition where if you kill weakened enemies that are afflicted with it, that will also make you invisible. I have Vortex Grenade on, which does not afflict a status, but you can put on Suppression, or did any of these do things? I don't know. But it's all overkill at that point. And my other thing is Vanishing Step, where dodging makes you invisible. And it's just, and then Devour on top of it. So I have Devour, which is why I have such low recoveries. I don't really care about recovery because I'm just always trying to chain Devour with all this, orb generation off constant killing of dudes here. Wait, do I even have... Nope, I don't even have orb generation on. Oh, man. Oh, wait, no, there goes my... Okay. I will play around with my... I'm so bad at this friggin' stat number game, but I don't care. It doesn't really matter that much. The point is, it's crazy in practice. Like, just chaining kill after kill after kill with this is unlike pretty much anything I've seen since maybe Volt Shot. I think Volt Shot might be the only equivalent to this. I would say the main difference between this and Volt Shot is that you can pair it with exotic primaries. Like, there are no exotic primaries that just have intrinsic Volt Shot. Like, all of the Volt Shot weapons or incandescent, like, those are all legendary weapons with an enhanced version of that perk or whatever. This stuff is all, whether it's Graviton Lance or Manticore or Collective Obligation or whatever it is you're using, it's also getting that mob 50% bonus on red bars that makes it even better. But of course, you can still use this with Funnel Web or Recluse or, well, not Recluse if you're doing Sunset content, but any other favorite Void SMG you may have at any given time. Like, it still works with all of those too, and it's so good. I really do wonder if it can stay this good. I wonder if they might put like volatile rounds on a cooldown or something, just so you literally can't chain it forever. That seems possible. Again, I'm having a lot of fun with it, but like, this is just, we thought Volt Shot last season was like the most powerful thing on Earth, and that was like power creep, and this is like power creeping Volt Shot. Like, it's hilarious. Granted, this is one class, one exotic, so it's a little more contained to at least one thing, and like by using Gyrfalcon, you don't have like boss DPS on if you're Celestial or whatever. Like, you're giving up something to do this, to go just pure void explosions everywhere. But I need a better Gyrfalcon, mine's so low. But like, it's really fun. I would highly suggest, there's nothing to this. I mean, the Gyrfalcon was available last season from Lost Sectors, and just pick your favorite void weapon and just go nuts with it. My gut feeling is this will last a while, at least. I think Bungie wants to see how it shakes out. If it becomes a meta where like literally no one is doing any mob clear except Void Hunter stuff from here on out, maybe they'll change it. But after they'd spent this long to do the rework of Gyrfalcon, I'd be surprised if it got hit with like an immediate nerf. But it is very power creepy, like, for sure. It is hard to dispute how much power creep is going on here. So just have fun, and there's a lot of other builds I want to talk about too. Like, a lot of the exotics they buffed are actually really fun and good now in PvE. Forerunner, Coldheart, like I had a Coldheart Hunter build that was a lot of fun before this, but now I have a hard time switching off of this. There's a lot of good stuff out there. So anyway, just enjoy, and we will talk about the Dawning and the dungeon and other stuff later this week. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.